Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be discussing an incredibly cool DLC concept for Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, this concept has been created by XXII, and you guys know he has done some amazing work in the past that we've actually featured on my channel. So if you want to follow this project for yourself, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. And what's kind of cool is he should have a trailer coming out for this very soon. So I know I'm very excited to see that. So what is this concept called? The concept is Grand Theft Auto Online Old School Motors. So you can see this right here. It says concept coming soon, 2018. Now this is an older photo and logo that he actually created, I believe, sometime in late 2017. So immediately, I like the idea. I like the concept of old school motors. To me, that would feature like cars from the 1960s, 70s, maybe even 80s. So I'd obviously be a huge fan of that. Rockstar has been featuring some old school style vehicles lately, but to see an entire update centered around that would be really epic, in my opinion. Now, he hasn't given a ton of details on like the description of the DLC, but he says he wants DLCs from many decades, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. So I thought that that would obviously be really neat. So it started as old school motors, and then it actually transformed to Grand Theft Auto Online import-export old school motors. So essentially what this has turned into is an import-export part 2. And I think that would be incredibly cool because Import-Export was one of the best DLCs we've ever received in Grand Theft Auto Online. It was fun, it was fast-paced, it featured a ton of amazing vehicles, and we've seen Rockstar do part 2 of these sort of DLCs in the past. And I think a revamped version would be really awesome. So immediately, I already like where this sort of concept and where this style is going. What's pretty cool is XXII has also created some very unique artwork for this piece. You can see some of the artwork pieces right here, which is kind of cool. However, he has some more in-depth. The first right here, you can see like an explosion coming out of the back of a trailer. And we have 2 of our new vehicles, which we'll be looking at in a little bit, following that trailer very closely. We also have what looks to be the inside of like a parking garage or some sort of underground vehicle storage place. That closer vehicle is an Italy GTB, I want to say. And then the farther back one's a new one, which we'll actually take a look at. And this final photo right here looks to be our character loading some sort of magazine or clip into a rifle. And you can see he's got some pretty cool clothing on. I wish we could wear more stuff like that. So that right there is the artwork for this DLC, import-export old school motors. Now let's get into the vehicles because I think this is obviously going to be really, really exciting. Some of the vehicles that he's created. Once again, all of these are custom creations by him, which makes this even that much more impressive. All right, so the first vehicle we're going to be looking at today is a supercar. This apparently is a Porsche supercar. It's the Pfister Peroni P682. It's a classic 1970s supercar. Now, we actually get 2 photos of this. This first one located near the train tracks in Sandy Shores in this blue color. This is very, very unique to say the least. It almost sort of looks like a ramp buggy was turned into a supercar. But I like this car. Look how low the nose is to the ground. That big wing on the back. You can also see that massive air intake on the roof of the car. This is just a very unique and exotic looking vehicle. So far so good. I think that would be a really cool supercar if Rockstar were to decide to add that. My only complaint is we have been getting a lot of Pfister vehicles lately, so I feel like that's getting a little diluted. There would be some other cool supercar brands that haven't gotten one in a while, so but either way, I think that looks pretty epic. I also love like the headlights or like the more air intakes. I really can't even tell what that is. Maybe this car just requires so much cold air, so pretty cool stuff. Second photo right here, you can see from classic to classic Peroni P682. This one in red, but there's also a green one in the garage too, which is kind of unique. So this is so cool. We get a better look at the side of the car here. This is a very unique, very exotic looking vehicle. It'd be cool if there were some liveries on this too, as I feel like that would be awesome to have some really cool designs on there. But that's the first vehicle we're looking at today, the Pfister Peroni P682. The second one is actually a vehicle from GTA 4, and that is the Classe Merit. So this would be a really cool sedan. You can see this is the Merit Turbo right here with some classic lowrider rims. I think Rockstar could add some pretty cool customization to this vehicle. It's been a while since we had like an actual sedan added to the game. So the Merit Turbo, maybe this is like a super fast version because it's the turbo. That'd be awesome. Obviously, Rockstar loved their GTA 4 vehicles, so having the Merit return would not be a surprise at all. After that, you have the ELEGY, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong. I think it's SKAIFE or SKAIFE. I'm really not too sure. But this looks to be another classic take on the ELEGY. Now, I know what you guys are saying. We already have the RH8. We already have the retro custom version. This seems to be even more of a retro version, which I think would be pretty cool. People are a big fan of the ELEGY, obviously. I love the Anis logos on the bumper right there. That's obviously pretty cool. You can see some of the modifications right there include like the rally lights, the hood scoop. There's like a two-tone paint job. You can see the doors or the windows, I should say, are almost like blue. So that's our third vehicle today. Another take on the ELEGY, which I know is people are a huge fan of this car, so it would be received quite well. After that, you have the Issy Classic. I absolutely love this. So the Weenie Issy, I think it's most famously known for being Tracy's vehicle in single player. The Weenie Issy Classic would be awesome, like a classic old school Mini Cooper. That would just be the best. You can see what it would sort of look like right there. And I think Rockstar could do some awesome customization, some awesome custom liveries for this vehicle to really just make it pop, really make it cool. So that's another vehicle I think would be awesome, the Weenie Issy Classic. Probably my second favorite on the list today is this vehicle, the Dinka Jester Classic. We have been asking for a classic Honda NSX for the longest time, and that sort of looks like what we're getting right here. So I am a huge fan of this. Obviously, we had this vehicle in GTA San Andreas, which is incredibly cool. Now, some people are going to say, why didn't you do like the Toyota Supra version of this? Well, you could have gone either way. Personally, I think these look amazing, whether it's a classic NSX or whether it's an old school retro Toyota Supra. Either, in my opinion, look awesome. This would be so cool, though. I mean, the Dinka Jester is one of my favorite vehicles ever. I think that was added in 2014, so it's a really old vehicle, and to get sort of a revamped version of that would be epic. And you can also see it's reusing, I think, the Torero's wheels, which, again, is pretty cool. So that's the Dinka Jester Classic right there. The next one is by far my favorite, though. It is the Impante Duke's Damnation. Now, immediately when I saw this, I instantly thought of Fast and Furious. You can sort of see the tire and their positioning on the back. And that's kind of what it looks like. It kind of looks like the Charger from Fast and Furious, which, you know, Rockstar love their Fast and Furious references. We've seen a ton of vehicle liveries. We've seen a ton of cars from Fast and Furious, like the Wastelander, that are direct references to the movie franchise itself. So we know Rockstar are huge fans and no strangers to adding vehicles that feature these pop culture references. And the Duke's Damnation right here is a perfect example of that. It looks so cool. I love the modifications to the front grille. Obviously, I love that red stripe on the side and on the back that says Impante. That is just wicked cool. So that right there is probably my favorite out of the vehicles we're going to be looking at today, the Duke's Damnation. After that, we have another awesome looking muscle car. That is the Polaris V8. So I'm assuming Polaris is like a new car manufacturer because I've never heard of that. And I'm guessing V8 would be like the name of the car. This is an awesome looking muscle car. I love like the huge scoop in the grille. You can obviously see the exhaust right there spitting fire, which looks epic. And I'm not sure what this vehicle is supposed to be based off of, but it looks awesome. I'm not going to lie. And I feel like that is a really cool look. So the Polaris V8 right there, a sleek looking muscle car, would be an awesome addition to this update. And finally, last but not least today, we have a retro classic version of the Maibatsu Penumbra, and that is the Primogen or Primogen. I'm not sure how you would pronounce it. And this is so cool. This would be sort of like a little bit of the tuner variant of this DLC concept. And I don't know what language that's in. All I can see is somewhat of a smiley face. Either way, I think this looks awesome. This would definitely satisfy some of those like tuners and outlaws needs that we have. The Penumbra is a really cool car. It just doesn't seem to have a lot of customization for what it could potentially have. So a classic retro version of that would be super cool. And XXII has also created like a retro video for this, sort of like an advertisement for it. So I'll let you guys take a look at that right now. It actually is pretty cool. Kind of shows off the retro vibe and the Maibatsu Corporation, the whole thing. And at the very end, you can see here, once again, we have the original artwork, and he says that the trailer for this update is going to be coming soon. So that's why I wanted to make this video. I wanted to get you guys hyped for that. Now, obviously, this is just a concept. XXII does not work for Rockstar, so he's not some insider sharing his information right now. This is just a really talented dude who is super cool at creating stuff like this and is sharing it on his personal YouTube channel. So I'll leave a link to that in the description. If there are any major updates to this, and if you guys really enjoyed it, I might end up doing a part 2. But for now, just enjoy all the images and videos that I've showed you, and stick around for his channel for when a trailer comes out, because I'm sure it's going to be really incredible. But anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Would you like to see a DLC like this added in Grand Theft Auto Online? I know right now when I'm making this video, we sort of don't really have an idea of when the next update's going to be coming out, or what it's going to be like. So would you like to see an update like this in Online? Let me know your thoughts, opinions more in the comments down below. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. We like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.